If you do not apply and understand what I say in this video, you will fail, and you will fail miserably, like the 90, 92% or whatever it is that's failing right now in this industry. It is blowing my mind to see how lost the average real estate agent and salesperson is out there. It's even happening outside of our industry, but in particular in real estate. One thing that I want to break down today is the clear distinction here. I'm going to give you a short description and then what you need to do between modern day active outbound lead generation prospecting versus inbound, aka passive. Outbound is for people that have an abundance of time but very little money, which is 99% of the industry. The other stuff, the passive inbound, we can say is for the top 1 to 3%. And we'll discuss that first real quick. What is inbound? What is passive marketing? That's me sending out mailers. That's me dancing on TikTok and YouTube, right? Waiting for people to contact me, posting reels, sending emails. All that stuff is passive inbound marketing, paying for leads. I go to Realtor.com, I spend money, basically paying money to potentially have leads sent to you or creating content on social media. All that stuff is under the category of inbound and passive. That's going to be for a small percentage of people or people who come into the industry that have a fat budget. Cool, that'll be for you. We'll discuss this a little bit more later. Now, active, outbound. That is going to be the stuff that I've built my business, my life, and my platforms on. And I've helped thousands of salespeople and real estate agents at this point do the same, which is cold calling, door knocking, doing an open house event, not a regular open house, an open house event, setting up a booth at a SWAT meet and engaging with people and talking to them. Anything where you're actively having live conversations, looking to build your business. Active, outbound, lead generation, and prospecting. This is where 99% of our industry needs to be engaged. And hey, if you interview the top dogs like I have, break bread with them, spend time with them, they've built their business and they're still rooted in this one, which is active, outbound lead generation. Now it's shifted for a lot of the top dogs because now they're mainly contacting their database, their sphere of influence, and those are easier conversations. They're doing sphere of influence events and all the other stuff, and it can morph to that later, but let's keep it simple for now. Most of you need to dedicate yourselves to outbound, active marketing and prospecting. I don't know where this was lost in translation. Maybe, the social media stuff is getting put front and center since, I got deplatformed and all that. I don't know. I really don't know if the message isn't getting out there or if it's just a new generation coming in who looks at it and thinks it's old school, or all the, new people on social media or marketers are telling them the opposite. I don't know. But if you're looking to build a true skill set, a solid foundation, understand the systems and the workings and the processes of real estate, that's the way to go. And the interesting part is, guys, these people learn faster and they get business in abundance and quicker too. You're still going to have to work hard for business. But I can give a shout out to a lot of people. Tanner, you guys saw me do the videos with him. He just finished his first year doing great. SJ, just joined my program, making contacts, already adding a ton of people to his database, moving and shaking, already has potential buyers and sellers. And he's been doing it for 1 week. 1 week. He'll probably watch this video. Maybe he'll drop a comment. I don't know. Focus on that. Create a schedule and blueprint around that. My content has always been focused around that. Do I give you the other stuff? Absolutely. But it's secondary to this. Your foundation needs to be built on this. All of you want more experience, more sales, more confidence, more sales skills. Understanding, right? I get that all the time. Well, nobody really teaches us the transactions. You learn transactions. Sure, we look over your shoulder even as coaches and as mentors and we help you, but you got to go through it. You got to make the calls and talk and follow up and set the appointment and do the deal to understand it. You're not going to understand it before you do it. This is hands-on stuff. You got to do it. This is how you build grit, confidence, consistency. You get a real, true feel and understanding of what it's like to be an entrepreneur and build your business. I'm getting just excited talking about it because I remember building it. And I will never, if I went back in time, I would never do it any differently. I'd make some small adjustments to where I made mistakes, but I would always build it the way that I built it. because it led me to where I'm at today. It built a skill set. It taught me about the business, and it's the real way to do it. Do you really think that the public respects somebody who they just see as a social media influencer who just sits at home all day shooting videos? That stuff is great, and it's awesome to build a brand, and I've taught people how to do that too, and I've done it myself. But see, that was a byproduct of all the hard work and things that I did here. I didn't just, buy a couple lights and a microphone and all of a sudden I'm a superstar. But you guys, you have to think about this. The more we've gone towards that, the worse the average realtor is doing. Sure, there's some people, and I've done it too, where through social media, I've built businesses and bought, properties, and I've built my team that way, and it got me transactions in real estate as well. But again, secondary to the actual skill set and everything else that I built on the retail side of real estate. We launched the investment division of Team BC, and we're already onboarding people. What are they doing? The basics. And some of those people are already getting deals, but they're doing the basics. Slightly different tweaks because they're on the investment side, but they're doing active outbound lead generation. So right now, take the sales quiz that I have in my description here. I have other stuff there, but mainly take that one. It's going to give you some basic scripts and some things to help you out, because you really have to start diving into sales and understanding that you're going to have to go out there and generate leads. Everybody thinks lead generation right now is passive. Save that for later. If we build you a foundation on this that's going to make you rich, then combining the inbound passive marketing will amplify you. But it's predicated on the foundation being built on this and you taking that success and moving it over here. You cannot skip that. And I think right now we're having an epidemic of people attempting. I don't know why. They think they know better, that they're going to skip it. I even have people messaging me, I'm desperate, I need help in my business, but I don't want to do lead generation, right? I don't want to cold call, door knock, and talk to people. It's like, then what do you want me to tell you? Go outside and pretend you're homeless and hold the sign up, hey, I need a listing to pay my bills. Even that's passive because you're just standing there. You're not talking to people. Like it blows, like what happened? Maybe you guys can enlighten me that people are so opposed to traditional business principles that are never going to die and that the real world is predicated and built off of. What happened? Has the social media bug just poisoned people's minds where they think all you need to do is just shoot a video and you're going to be rich? Again, most of the social media influencers, I guarantee you that you guys follow, are broke. I have my students go to events where they promote social media and they say they can't even answer questions straight. And they're like, oh, how many deals did you do? And they're not getting straight answers. And they say they're not even that great of speakers and all. So again, real will recognize that. But you got to build this thing right. And this isn't an ego thing or no. This is do it correctly and this business will treat you right. I want to see the average realtor do better. Even if you never become my student, but you just follow my content online, cool. At least be a good representative of the business, champion sales skills, be a professional, have great etiquette, conduct yourself like a professional, speak and move and walk and talk like a professional. That's what it's about. I don't care what you think about me personally. The tattoos and all this stuff, and I had the long hair and my crazy suits, that's fine, right? That's just my personality and my style. But let's uplift it and let's help you, the individual agent, by having you commit to basic business principles. If you commit to lead generation, a couple hours every single day, within a couple months, I'll tell you this, right? If you do lead generation for 90 days and you don't do a deal, okay, then you can come back to the drawing board and we can make the adjustments and say, okay, you need a coach, you need this, you need that. But if you're actively lead generating, even if you're not good, and you're talking to 30, 40, 50 people every day, you're going to stumble, trip, and fall into a deal. I guarantee it. You're going to get a deal. That first year, if you do that, you'll get 3 or 4 deals that you just happen to be at the right place at the right time. You could fumble, you could not be good, you could not have the skills, but you'll just happen to call somebody who was like, oh yeah, we were just thinking about selling. Can you come over and talk to us? So I'm telling you, if you talk to enough people, that's going to happen to you. The come list me's, right? I call them the come F me deals, right? Can't say that on YouTube anymore because you'll get censored. I call those the come F me calls, right? Anybody who that's happened to, leave a comment. It's happened to me a ton. However, I was massively prospecting virtually on a daily basis. That's how you're going to, if you prospect once a week and you talk to 5 people, that's not going to happen. But if you're talking to, 40, 50 people every single day, 5, 6 days a week, You're going to come across those people. And man, those are some sweet deals. You know why? Because they're easy. But guess what? In between, you're also going to get a ton of other deals. But this, I'm telling you, if you guys commit to this, active, outbound lead generation and prospecting, I'm telling you, this sounds like a radical concept in 2025, which blows my mind. But maybe it's a sign that I need to circle back and start doing all the content that I did back in 2014, 15, and 16 for salespeople and for real estate agents, because apparently it's a lost and forgotten art form, apparently. But I'm telling you, that's the number one thing you can leverage, control. It'll help you duplicate your business and grow it. It'll teach you skills. It'll teach you grit. It'll give you a solid foundation. It'll give you control over your time and your business. It is incredible. However, it's simple, yet it's not easy. And this is why I always encourage you guys to really dive deep on improving your communication and your sales skills and all that stuff. Because even if you think you got it, you're not that good and you can always get better. Okay, so take advantage of the free resources. Anything else I can do for you guys, you can check out all the stuff on my website, coaching, training, courses, anything you want to look at. Leave me a comment for the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already. Get on the phones, get on the doors, and get out there in the real world and talk to people. That's how you're going to grow your business. All right, see ya.